Uh, this is Omerian. Good evening, everyone. Very delighted and very happy to talk to you about a very amazing article. Definitively speaking, in a very metaphorical ways, because it's all about enunciation of the terms. I think for this issue, um, starting by omnipresent. Rather to say the omnipresency, because stressing and putting the higher degree, the potency. So, what is the definition of the word omnipotency? To every human dictionary, man-made dictionary, there is no godly-made dictionary, because God never intervened in it. Tell us the specific meaning of the word that existed within our languages. God chooses the human language communications to describe his interest behind his purposes of the creating us and creating things. For that, what is a proper definition from the word omnipotency? In my understanding, is that the word omnipotency is about absolute process of knowing everything, when and where these things exactly will happen, and in what ways and in what exact time the things will happen to the created beings, for example, animals, human, and the planet, when and where they die, what and how things the created being can do. That's the steps that are committed to be known by the creator. Not necessarily to say or having an issue of the definition of the God or Allah, but whatsoever is being described as the super creator of everything in the life, not necessarily to the human level, but we talk about in the creational levels. That the one who being described knows everything precisely, good, bad, wrong, right, and malevolent and benevolent things will happen for the creatures. So how are we confident that there is omnipotency or omnipotent, observing and watching things in a very reluctant ways? And in the level of the paradoxical life views, that he is knows everything, when and where this thing will happen, because he is omnipotent. So, do you think the word omnipotency has something to do with being merciful at the same time unmerciful, or evilly observing and goodly observing? To make it vivid, is that when we describe a creator is the omnipotent, then we say that knows exactly everything, when and where these things will happen, and how this will happen, and the phase affections and results and the consequences of everything. For that matter, how we are confident that this superpower is watching what man good or bad steps of life process? Are you confident that he is merciful? If it is merciful, why there is bad deeds happened? Are you really reluctantly being confused between fate that is created by omnipotent and the fate that it reluctantly in the human level is exists, the destiny and the free will? The definition of the free will and the destiny and fate, they are very interchangeable terms, speaking in a very wider extent, because fate is everything written by the omnipotent. Free will is being put it in a very delusional ways, that the omnipotent observing and illusioning the things within our mind. I could easily say it's a manipulative process. So you rather disagree, but I don't much care about agreeing or not disagreeing, but I care about the correct opinions upon this subject. So if you are confident about this, you are highly feel reluctant in expression or enunciation here. Because when someone is being speculating or speculate the view about the destiny that being destined by the omnipotent, then there are many certain destinations that the human being reach, and they are not feel happy within that destiny, and they have a strong desire to change. At the same time, the human prayers upon the God, or do we pray for God or for ourselves? I believe that we are praying for ourselves. We are not praying for Him because He's omnipotent, meaning that capable, energy, knowing everything, abilities, this. Omniscient is the knowing everything, the things will happen. And omnipresent is existing everywhere, if I generalize the article for the level of the conclusions. So how do you see yourself here in this topic? I wish you can drop your opinions about what is the proper definitions that the mankind could describe or define word like omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, ubiquitous, malevolent, and the benevolent. That is a very qualitative process that we're describing for our created or creator. So drop it, and I will have time to give an enunciation upon it.